Welcome to the next edition of Litter Media Live on this Tuesday. It is April 16th of 2024 with the icon Mike Smith and producer Aaron Glandon. I'm Dan Ramey. Thank you for joining us here today. Aaron's going to make a special report for us today.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes, sir.
And it's not merely by showing himself as Mr. Hand, too, today.
Nope. That's where we need that side camera. We can sip over on him.
Yeah, well, something happened. We can't figure out how to turn it back on.
Like the guy that Don Imus, the news guy, he would always do.
Yeah.
Well, I can't think of his, wasn't McGurk, was it?
I can't remember.
Yeah. I wasn't a big Don Imus fan, but I did watch it on occasion. Yeah.
And I can't wear a cowboy hat, so.
Oh, wait a minute. I've seen you in a cowboy hat.
Yeah,
a very big cowboy hat.
That was that 100-gallon foam cowboy hat back in the, gosh, that was 1994.
Ross County Fair. On the billboard.
30 years ago next month.
How about that?
Actually, in August, it would be 30 years. Yeah, because I came back to Chillicothe in May of 1994. So, all right. Here's your quick little radio moment, I guess, in that respect. Coming up here shortly, we'll take a look at what's making news for us across the Scioto Valley. Also, what's happening with sports and this date in history the Litter Media Wayback Machine goes to.
Well, we're going to do two today. Again, this is at our discretion. Tuesday is always the Revolutionary War moment, which we have for you from 1779. But we also found this, and I teased this yesterday, about uniform numbers in Major League Baseball from 1929. Mm-hmm. So that's coming up.
Back before they were no-name guys.
Yes, sir.
Or no-number guys, I guess, in that respect. All right, let's take a look at what's shaping up weather-wise for us across the Scioto Valley. Another nice-looking day today.
Yeah, another nice day today. Some partly cloudy skies with a high of 75. It could be late tonight or in the overnight through tomorrow that the rain moves in. So, again, if you got that outdoor work you want to do, like mowing your yard or getting in the garden, today's the day because it looks like it's going to be rainy tomorrow before clearing out and maybe cooling off just a little bit by Thursday.
I got into the yard yesterday and still dealing with some of the allergy phlegm, so to speak. All right, coming up here shortly, we'll take a look at the news, which we're going to start with Fairfield County. So we'll have that for you here in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about our friends at Haynes Chiropractic, Haynes Physical Therapy, Haynes Nutrition. It is Haynes Total Health Care Center. You'll find them at 1 Medical Drive just off of Marietta Road. If you want to find out more details, where you see this ad at littermedia.com, click on it, and it takes you right to hayneshealth.com. News is next. Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good. Visit ChillicotheOhio.com for the Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau. As we take a look at these stories, you'll be able to find some of them on our YouTube channel. You'll be able to find some here on our Facebook feed, but also at littermedia.com. And to start things off, our Aaron Glandon made a trip to Lancaster recently, and you've got some details.
Yeah, I did go to Lancaster. I talked to their Chamber of Commerce president, Travis Markwood, right here, and the coordinator of marketing, Logan Weaver. We talked about some of the local businesses that are opening up in Lancaster and Fairfield County and some new exciting things that are just going on in Fairfield.
Yeah, so our downtown has had really a vibrant revitalization over the last 10 years, and it continues. We've got a couple really exciting projects, maybe some of the biggest projects we've had in town in quite some time. We have what we call the Shoemaker Building, which is a restoration of a 3-story warehouse / manufacturing building. It was once a shoe factory and then later became the Essex Wiring Company, but it's been sitting vacant for a while. But it's going to be a mixed-use facility that is going to have retail on the bottom floor. It's going to have a couple Airbnbs, and then the second and third floor will be market rate high-end apartments.
So I thought that sounded really cool to have all these businesses in one building like that right there in the Lancaster downtown.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah. And that video is on our YouTube channel right now if you want to watch the full interview with them.
Cubby reporter Aaron Glandon.
Aaron Glandon.
Giving us the latest there.
I just want to know where he ate when he went to Lancaster that day.
I went there. The interview was at 2, so that was after lunch and before dinner, so I didn't even eat there.
Oh, that's a bummer. You got to eat while you're on the road.
Last time I was there, I had a burger, but I don't remember where I got it from. It was good, though.
That's not good. You don't remember where I got it.
It was a good burger.
Yeah.
No.
Not a good burger.
Last time you were there, we actually ate in Commercial Point.
Oh, the time before, when I went by myself, I had a burger.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I was going to say we went and we did Western Pickaway County, then drove over to Fairfield County, and we stopped in Commercial Point, and I can't remember the name of the establishment we stopped at. Firehouse or something like that.
80.
It used to be a fire station, I think, back in the 1800s or thereabouts. So
Hopefully they weren't keeping their meat around that long.
no. Well, if they did, it was pretty good. Story number 2 today.
That's you.
Is it?
Yes, sir, because you did this interview.
I thought you were.
Oh, you're right. I'm
you're first.
I'm already on number 3.
Okay, I'm done.
Hands out of here. Yeah, it is me. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Mother. I was wrong. Ross County Health District's Help Me Grow program will be hosting a community baby shower on May the 16th. Now, we've told you that in previous stories, but yesterday on a special edition, we had Program Director Amy Unger in to talk about what will be included in that event.
So we are finally putting together a big community baby shower for Ross County residents, and it is going to be held on May the 16th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the main library annex on Paint Street. The annex building sits in behind the main library there, so we'll be set up there from the hours, like I said, between 1 and 4, and we have a lot of great agencies coming. We will be hosting a car seat check, so any new moms or pregnant moms that you have your car seat and you just maybe aren't sure how to put it in or not sure that it's in correctly. That's a service we'll be able to provide there. We have 4 certified child passenger safety technicians who will be on site that day and will be set up in the parking lot in behind the annex building. Also available, set up in the outside parking lot, will be Elizabeth Hope mobile unit. They'll be there. They'll be providing tours of the services they provide on that unit. And then the Ross County Health District also has a brand new mobile unit, and I think that's going to be the first event that it's going to be available at. So we'll be providing just tours of that, so residents of the community can find out what's available through that and where you might find it this year in the community.
And that pretty girl on the far right, that's Laura Smith's daughter.
Yes.
She belongs to me too, but we're proud of her. Yeah.
It's good to see her yesterday.
Yes.
Although it was brief. I mean, they were here real quick and in and out.
Well, we had another interview waiting on.
Yes, we did. Yeah. We had one more to go into, and we're going to share that now. And that is the Ross County Park District Executive Director Miranda Vance was here, along with Chillicothe Trails Association President Ty McBee. They talked about their Celebrate Trails Day, which is coming up April 27th.
We're going to work on trails. So we got Mark Allen, who's the statewide trails administrator with ODNR, and he's going to come in and do some classroom work with us. What makes a sustainable trail? What are all the elements? How do you build them appropriately? and then we'll do some field work in the afternoon. So Mark will be with us, and we've got a group of, I think, about 30 people that will be there, and we'll build some trail. And the intent is to eventually connect the downtown community to OUC.
You can learn more about what they're talking about by going to our YouTube channel and also here on Facebook. I will tell you that, as Miranda mentioned to us yesterday, this is you have to sign up to do this, to participate. So if you would like to find more information in our news feed here, if you go down, you'll find the video of yesterday's interview with them. You'll find all the information you need to be able to learn more about how you can participate on April 27th.
The Board of Trustees of the Circleville Pumpkin Show Incorporated have announced a new corps of officers to represent the Pumpkin Show for the year 2024, which happens to be their 117th show. Elected by the trustees are Mark Rogels as vice president and the official representative of Pumpkin Show, Dr. Hugh Dressback as secretary, and Valerie Goller as the treasurer. And before you know it, the biggest free show on earth will be back later in October.
The Ohio Department of Transportation, they are spending money and they're getting it done. They have kicked off another record construction season, investing $2.8 billion into 950 road and bridge improvement projects across the state. There are 39 projects classified as major projects. That's a value of above $10 million. And this includes 10 safety Southeast Ohio projects, 25 bridges and culvert projects, 22 pavement projects, 7 landslide and rockfall projects across the region. Central Ohio District will include the widening of State Route 435 in Fayette County to 4 lanes between US 35 and State Route 729. Now, we had also mentioned today we will have in studio with us, will not be live. There's a technical issue, and the reason for that is not on our part, it's on their part. But we will be visiting with Michaela Bruning today from ODOT District Number 9, and she will give us a rundown of some of the projects that will be taking place, including over in Brown County. That Malott Road, Route 32, that generated a lot of interest when we first posted about that last year. So we're going to follow up on that and also take a look at what's happening with Bridge Street over the next few years here. So a lot of interesting things happening across District Number 9.
Speaking of ODOT, this next image, Dan caught this from our buddy Matt Bruning, and I think you were asking, I wonder what this thing looks like coming down the river. Well, here it is, right here.
Yeah, and if you take a look in Matt's post here, he talks about, you see the green, and those of you watching on our screen, you can see this, but listening on radio, you can't. But last week, the super load came through, and those are the green boxes there. The ones behind them would represent what that 900,000-pound super load is going to be like. So I can't wait to see that roll through our territory.
That almost looked like a basketball court on the side there. Did you notice that? Like the lane on the far left.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Maybe they had a little recreation on the river. But this is AORTA. It's Adams. I think it's River Access. It's actually a company.
Yeah.
It comes in at Manchester, and that's when they offload it on the road that comes by here.
In fact, that screenshot, if we can show it one more time here, that's the area they would actually offload. So it's just a cut in the road, right, or a cut in the, what am I trying to say?
Riverbank?
The riverbank, thank you. And they've made it a passable area where they can do this offloading and then take it on this route wherever it needs to go. So
I got to thinking, and I think I know the answer. There might have been a time where you could have gone up the Scioto River, but I'm sure there's probably parts of it that just you can't navigate with a load that size.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just not deep enough.
Yeah.
I know there's parts of the Scioto River that's deep enough, but there's so many sandbars left and right. I know our boss, Matt Litter, is all into hovercrafts, and he was telling me that the Scioto River is a river perfect for these hovercrafts because of the sandbars. You can just pull right up on them. but I know I've been down this part of the Scioto River on a canoe, and down around Lucasville, it was so rocky that we had to get out and carry the canoe over some of that to be able to push on. And then as we got closer to Portsmouth, it was as if the river was a pond. The water was so deep, it wasn't moving at all. So, I know it was moving, but the flow was so slow. But up towards Lucasville, there were rapids. It was amazing.
Where's the Erie Canal when you need it, huh?
Precisely. Our
road report takes us to Pickaway County again today. US 22 between State Route 56 and Brook Hill Lane will have various daily lane restrictions from 7:30 in the morning to 4:30 afternoon. That again starts this Thursday and runs through Monday, April the 22nd.
Spring sports and the wrap-up of winter sports coming your way in just a moment, so we'll have that for you here shortly. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you've got a need for the heating, cooling, or the plumbing in your home or business, you want to contact Accurate. You see this ad anywhere at LitterMedia.com, click on it, and it will take you right to their website, which is AccurateHVAC.com.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Helping to keep our area clean, Scioto Valley Dumpsters. If you need a dumpster for a project you have going on at your business or your home, you need to give them a call, 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Sports now, and we begin with our spring sports.
Yeah, Uniota's Lady Sherman scored 5 of their 6 runs in the first 3 innings in a 6-2 win at Adena last night. That enabled the Lady Shermans to take over sole possession of first place in the conference at 6-0. Both teams were unbeaten in the league going into that one. Ava Detweiler had 4 RBIs in the win, while Hannah Hall, who you see pitching there, checked Adena on 4 hits for the pitching victory. Uniota has one more conference makeup game. See, that was supposed to be the end of the first round. Adena has 2 to make up. Rainy spring has caused a little bit of a backup there.
Absolutely. Ron Allen comes away with a milestone. Congratulations, of 500 career victory night. And appropriately, a 5-0 win over Westfall. So congratulations, Ron Allen. Is this his final year?
Well, I've heard rumors of that, but I was talking to someone yesterday that said maybe not yet. They call him the Moose. Ron Allen, the Moose. Congratulations, Ron.
And just like Bullwinkle, you keep on going.
You keep on going. There were a lot of other high school spring sporting events. You can go to our website at littermedia.com to find them, even a couple of tennis matches. And one of those, which was in the news last night, Waverly Boys Tennis won their 100th consecutive D2 match, a win over Chillicothe.
Matt Morrison's got him going.
How about that?
Congratulations. Tonight, Zane Trace will host its track invitational, probably 20 or more participants in that, speaking of teams. And our Aaron Glandon will be there in person.
Hot dog in one hand and a camera in the other.
Exactly.
Yes. 15 individuals will be enshrined in the Ohio High School Athletic Association Officials Hall of Fame, and 21 will be honored as the official of the year. It's something that the OHSAA does each year in the summer during a banquet in Columbus. Now, the Hall of Fame inductees include some fellas in our area. Richard Keys for softball, volleyball, and basketball. That's Timothy Shoemaker for baseball. Both of those fellows are from Lancaster. And Rick Merb from McDermott down in Scioto County for baseball, softball, football. Additionally, the OHSAA will recognize 34 individuals who have dedicated 50 years of service to the state as certified officials. And we salute all of those men and women who take time to help our kids get it right.
And they are becoming fewer and fewer and fewer because they're aging out. And this is something that we talked with a number of years ago about the need for officials. And if nobody wants to get yelled at and screamed at and everything else, and I think that's led to it, part of it. But the other part is you get older, and it's tougher to run up and down a football field or a soccer field or anything like that. So
if you look through our website story, you'll see all of those names. One of them has a residence of the village in Florida. And I'm thinking, well, what do they run up here to referee and then go back home, or what's the deal? I'd like to have that gig, yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe you come up here just during the winter season.
Yeah, that could
be. Something like that. All right, Reds battled the Mariners, but Frankie Montas, man, he had a tough, and he pitched 45 in the first inning and came back. He got into the third inning, but man, a 3-run bomb, that didn't help things. And so it's a tough start for the Reds to their series in Seattle. They're now 5-2 on the road, but they find themselves falling last night 9-3. Game 2 tonight. Hunter Green gets the start for Cincinnati. And the Guardians blanked the Boston Red Sox 6-0 on Patriots Day.
And as expected, Iowa's Caitlin Clark was the top draft pick last night in the WNBA by Indiana. Here's the big story all morning long on every news channel I was watching. For 4 years, she signed a contract of $338,000. Now, that would be pretty good for you and I.
Sure.
But a professional athlete, I think they said, I don't think it was the average, but there are some NBA rookies that are signing for $10 million.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. J.C. Sheldon, by the way, from Ohio State, was a first-round pick. She went to the Dallas Wings. And, I think was it the girl who transferred from Duke to Ohio State this year? I believe she was the one that was drafted by Indiana and will be a teammate of Caitlin Clark.
Good deal.
So how about that? All right, that's a look at sports. Blue Jackets wrap up their regular season tonight.
Win. Get some momentum in the next year. Yeah.
You bet. And it starts with one. It starts with one. All right, coming up, this date in history, our revolutionary moment, and more. Sit close for that.
92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people. Litter Quality Propane.
At Rathkamp Financial, we offer customized investment solutions and superior client service. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
It's the details that make the difference between good enough and simply the best. At Skag Power Equipment, the difference is in designing lawnmowers with your convenience and comfort in mind. At Skag, we believe that quality and substance matter, and that you'll appreciate the attention to detail and craftsmanship we put into every single product. Thick steel and heavy-duty components provide you with unmatched reliability and performance. Skag, simply the best.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down. Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
This date in history, 1929.
Yeah, on this date, the Cleveland Indians opened the season with numbers on the backs of each player's jersey. You think, what's so big about that? Well, it's the first time Major League Baseball had ever done that. Now, the two guys you're going to see in this picture, you think, well, they didn't play with the Indians. That's Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Well, they're part of this story in spite of the fact that it started in Cleveland. It was supposed to be the New York Yankees, who had won back-to-back world championships in 27 and 28, that were to debut the jerseys on this date. But their opener was rained out. So the Cleveland Indians got that honor on this date in 1929. Thus, fans waited another day to see two of baseball's greats, the Babe and Lou Gehrig, sport jerseys numbers 3 and 4, which would become famous. And those numbers corresponded with the slugger's spots in the batting order. Mm-hmm. You don't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Can't tell the players without a number.
That's what they tell me.
And then yesterday, everyone wore number 42, and you couldn't tell who they were because they never put the names on the back of that jersey. So I wonder if he would ever consider putting Robinson on the name of it.
I don't know.
I've only seen just the number.
When I see that, I think, does that cause any confusion at all for the official scorekeeper? If he's maybe eating,
if he's not paying attention,
drinking his soda.
I'm sure he's got a lineup in front of him.
Who is this guy up here right now? Yeah.
Now coming in for number 42 is 42.
42, yeah.
1779, General George Washington strongly recommends the officers divest themselves as much as possible of everything superfluous, taking to the field only what is essential for decency and comfort. As I was reading through this, I thought, what's happened to leadership? Mm-hmm. To quote, "It ought to be the pride of an officer to share the fatigue as well as danger to which his men are exposed. On foot marching by their sides, by sharing, he will every inconvenience and excite in them a spirit of patience and perseverance."
So in a way, both of our history makers had something to do with uniforms.
Yes. Yes.
That was a sharp uniform they wore. I don't know if everybody had one like that. The Minutemen probably came out with their farm clothes on and what have you. So.
If you were wearing red, you're just a sitting target.
You are not in good shape. Yeah.
All right, that's it for today's daily program. And coming up here shortly, we'll get an opportunity to talk about what's going on with the projects with ODOT as they have started their spring construction and summer construction season. So all that is just ahead this afternoon. Of course, we'll not be live, but we will have a post-production piece that we'll put together for this.
And the interview we had with Chillicothe Mayor Luke Feeney live at 10 this morning, that's out there on our social media sites, and we'll have a clip of the mayor for tomorrow, and probably also Michaela for tomorrow's topics.
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly. Mike was throwing some hard-hitting questions this morning at the mayor, and I don't know if you saw me celebrating when we discussed reverse angle parking.
Yes.
When I heard him say that, I raised my hands in the air, and I'm thinking, I've often admired reverse angle parking, and because it's so easy to pull out of and right into traffic. Now, sure, it creates a little slowdown for people to back into a space, but you see that with parallel parking too, right? And head-in parking, you just pull right in, no issue. Well, just reverse that around. Mm-hmm. Pulling out, it's no issue. You just go right on. And I just think it'd be good. And we saw it in Lancaster, if I'm not mistaken, in a portion of the downtown Lancaster area.
Yes.
Thought-provoking response there.
Yes.
Yes. Wonder if he was that obedient to his parents. Yes. No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was very good.
Do you feel better about yourself, young man, having done that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't focused on the parking when we were in Lancaster because it was real windy that day, and Dan would drop me off and say, go take pictures of this, and then he would circle around the block after I did that and then come pick me up, and I was standing there shivering.
And everywhere I turned, it was, well, you can't drive two ways on this street. It's a one way. So I had to go find another spot to be able to. It was hilarious.
I thought you were going to say you were concerned he was going to come back and get you.
There was a moment.
Dumped me in Lancaster.
There was a moment. I'm sure he was concerned. We wanted him to get to know the area.
Yeah.
So what better way than to set him out and.
I remember you telling the story. You had an experience on the way to Lancaster. I thought maybe you were running from the guy that you cut off or whatever the story was with Stu and Bryce.
That was many years ago, but that was hilarious. It really was. But I thank goodness for the power lock buttons. I kept Bryce from getting into an altercation. Yeah. So. All right. Another radio moment for you right there.
Yes, sir.
That's it for the program. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow with another edition of Litter Media Live.